2GR.
Hey everybody, welcome to our E3 2018 preview for Square Enix.
Squeenix.
I am Sean, this is Rudy,
Yo.
that's Onyx.
I miss Squaresoft.
And today we are talking about 9 different games that may be showing up at the Square Enix press conference. Some of these have already been announced, some of these are unannounced, and some of these... This is where the dreams can really come true if they show
Please,
up with
Square.
some of this stuff.
Please.
Really quick, wanted to give a shout out to a person named Proxy, and I've already forgotten their name.
You can put the
You
name
know who
right
you are,
there.
Proxy. You're like the one person that comments on our videos. That's not true. There's other people that comment, but you've been providing some steady dialogue, so really appreciate it. Thanks
Keep it up, dude. You're awesome.
Thanks for chatting with us. All right, and I'll get your full name right next time, I promise. Let's kick things off with
the big one.
the big
Yeah,
one, the one
yeah.
that we know is going to be there full force.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Let's go.
Man, this was announced.
5 years ago.
I thought it was like 20, but I guess I was wrong.
I mean, it might as well have been 20 years ago.
Seriously.
It's been almost 20 years since
Dude.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
15.
2006?
Oh, Kingdom Hearts 2. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. It's been 12 years
Or
since that.
2004.
2002 was when it first came out.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in
06.
06.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 06. Either way, it's right around there. It was
Yeah.
right near the end of the PS2's like life cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, damn, 12 years since Kingdom Hearts 2.
Dude.
We've had spin-off after spin-off and some, main series titles,
Yeah.
but it's time. It's time
Dude.
for the end, baby.
I remember watching that final clip at your mom's place where you just see this shadow and it's like Keyblade War and like all this stuff, and it's just
yeah.
like after playing 2 and it's
Yeah.
like Keyblade War, what are all these Keyblades doing? And it was just so hype. The payoff is finally gonna happen.
It's crazy to think. I mean, as flawed as it may be, because
it's
flawed
flawed.
it is. I am emotionally invested enough that I really want to see where this goes. The combat, I enjoyed the combat in Dream Drop Distance, and a little that I played of Birth by Sleep. I think that the series, in terms of that, went in the right direction. They got rid of a lot of the crap worlds from the earlier titles too. Like, I don't want to play Under the Sea. What was it called? Atlantis or?
Atlantis ain't happening again.
Thank God.
Ariel is confirmed a summon.
That's
Yeah,
right.
summon,
That's right. I remember
yeah.
that. So I'm happy with this. I'm happy that I feel like with this game they're going all out. They're putting. I mean that one Toy Story reveal with jumping into mechs and having that extra little like gameplay gimmick in there. I love it. Give me every world. If they can do that, which is like a very Nintendo thing to do it. Let's go, Square Enix. Make me love Kingdom Hearts again.
So much better than Swim This Way. We'll laugh and we'll play now. But you know So what do you think we could expect? I started to say Frozen, thinking about musical worlds.
Oh, like worldwide?
Yeah, what do
Yeah.
you think we could expect to see from Kingdom Hearts 3 at E3? What would be the hypest thing to see that we have not seen yet?
At E3?
What are the dream worlds?
I think we're wearing the shirts, my friend. Star Wars. If Sora is talking and then you hear that like, oh boy, I'm gonna freak out.
Even if it's like hidden side content, kind of like Sephiroth was.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, fighting Darth Vader
Yes.
with Sephiroth too. Like,
oh no, that's gonna be the Coliseum, like when you're doing those ranked battles.
Hell yeah,
That's gonna
dude.
be one of the
Yes.
end ones. Sephiroth and Darth Vader at the same time.
that
Dude,
would be
that'd be
incredible.
Oh my god.
And so, you see this?
Make that happen,
Make it happen.
please.
You have like 2 weeks, but make it happen, Squeenix.
Well, if we don't see that at E3, like, no, we need to see that at E3. Give us that 3. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I would
Whoa.
die.
Dude,
like,
that'd be so cool.
It's like already there though. You can literally see Goofy and Donald and Sora with Jedi robes and Mickey with the like
Goofy with the Captain America shield.
See that
Wow.
that could honestly, I would be hype if I see like Iron Man fighting alongside Sora. Like, come on, do it, boys! Like the potential is there. Will it happen? Probably not, because they seem to be sticking to just the Disney Pixar movies, not like
Yeah.
any off properties. But damn, I'll be happy if they do.
That'd be cool.
I mean, they got Tron in there.
Yeah.
Some super irrelevant 20-year-old franchise back in 2006. They can do it again.
They got pirates in there with
Pirates of
Johnny
the Caribbean.
Depp
Right,
and
they got
Orlando
Johnny
Bloom and
Depp and
Keira
Orlando
Knightley.
Bloom.
Even though I don't
right.
think they actually did the voice acting.
No,
I don't think
their
it is.
likeness was in the game.
Yeah. So
What about Final Fantasy characters? Any like new Final Fantasy? I mean, Noctis is gonna be there.
Noctis and Lightning
Yeah.
are both totally going to be in this game.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
It's like, and we drop off of excitement now because Lightning is super boring. And
if we had, so in Kingdom Hearts 2, there was that shot of Cloud and Squall back to back.
Yeah.
And they're like joking on each other, like as
Yeah.
they're about to go fight Heartless.
Yeah.
If they had like all of the main, if they had both of them with Noctis, with Lightning, and they're all just like throwing these quips at each other, I think that would be really cool to see.
Noctis throwing shade at Lightning, like my game did better than yours. That'd be awesome.
I didn't have to return my game to the
Oh,
store.
Lightning if they, oh my god, I would die.
And then Iron Man shows up, and he like just Robert Downey Jr. is just like, "What the hell are you?" I don't know.
What are
he
you
would
two?
say.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of potential for Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean,
yeah.
just in gameplay wise, the story, whatever. At this point, I'm just like, wrap it up. I want to see Sora's story, at the very least, get wrapped up and see this end to Xehanort.
This is the end of the Xehanort saga. Nomura has said that Sora is Kingdom Hearts, so future Kingdom Hearts games will continue on with Sora. Now, granted, he's saying that now. That could all be a diversion, you know.
Sora, I don't know.
Sora's going to be in the coffin.
This is like the most shonen game I've ever played. This is a shonen anime in game form that lasted way too long. Like 15 years of One Piece, but One Piece keeps it up. These guys, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Come on, Square Enix.
This will be hype.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm cautiously hyped.
That's right. I know you're kind of like, eh.
No, man, because after 2, like, I fell off. I'll read the wiki and
get caught up.
There's videos. There's tons of videos.
There's tons of characters, so get ready.
Well, I know. And
They're all probably going to be back in this.
Oh, I know.
What was Axel's other person?
Lee.
That's who he was. Yeah. See, I forgot that already. That was from Dream
I
Drop
don't
Distance.
even know who he is. I just know Axel.
Well, get ready because you'll know.
So speaking of different paths.
Octopath
Good job.
Traveler.
See, this game, Square Enix, man.
I am stoked for this. Like, ridiculously stoked.
The thing is, though, are we going to see this at E3? I would like to see a little more, but it's like
it's right there.
a month from release. So I think we're going to see very little. Maybe like either on the Nintendo Direct or maybe on, I don't know where, they'll throw like a little quick, hey, here's the final trailer for it, you know, which would be cool to see. But regardless of that, I'm hyped for this game.
Oh,
I want this game
Day one.
so bad.
Day one.
So bad. I mean, you played Bravely Default, and this is from those guys.
And I've been telling you guys, get those 3DSs, dust them off.
I know.
Freaking play it. It's so good. There's a reason why it's like still $40-$50 online.
That's right.
The quality is amazing and the music is so good. So you can tell that quality is there because I get chills just thinking about it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I have
so
a really good feeling about this. It might not be like super breakthrough. Like I don't think this will be like a Final Fantasy VII moment, but I think it'll be like a Final Fantasy IX moment where it's like it didn't do that generational like jump from like, you know, like to have all these new fans created.
No.
But looking back, I really have that feeling it'll be looked back and thought of as like, damn, that's one of the best RPGs I played back then, and I can't wait for it.
As one of the first big RPGs on the Switch, especially one of the first, if not the first, Square Enix game on the Switch. I think it would be.
I guess exclusive, you would say.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any.
I don't think Square Enix is released unless you count Lost Sphere.
Yeah, that's
And,
Square Enix.
and actually the one from before. Anyway,
I am Setsuna.
yeah, I am Setsuna.
Yeah, that's
thank
right.
you.
That's right. Yeah.
This game, I think what to continue the hype at E3, like you said, it comes out in July. It comes out a month after. To get people hyped up, it would be really cool if they showed off some gameplay mechanics that we have not seen yet,
Right.
that they have not advertised. Just so in the last Nintendo Direct, they said, oh, by the way, when you pick a class, you can also pick a secondary class, and that gives you secondary abilities and da-da-da-da. It's like, whoa, didn't know that was in there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So if they showed a little bit more things that they haven't given away yet.
Right.
That would be cool. It would also be pretty cool if they said, here's another demo releasing today. Go try out some of these other characters. Try the first chapters from 2, 3, or maybe all of the characters.
With all the changes they've made too, because after that first demo, they got so much feedback, which I have to mention, like the fact that they genuinely took the feedback and made the changes to their game. Like, that's awesome that the development team, really took into consideration that. Like, good for, like, that alone, I want to support the game because of that reason alone. Like, you guys listened to the feedback.
That's all it takes is developers like these guys, like CD Projekt Red, where they put that little slip in the box for The Witcher, and it was like, thank you so much for buying this game. We want to support you. Let us know what we can do. Here's a bunch of free stuff that's coming. We're so humbled. Thank you very much. The humble folks at Ubisoft, when they did all their stuff last year on stage, it's like, that's what makes us, well, first of all, they're making good games, but that's what makes us want to support these games.
Correct.
Not the, well, we got to charge you for a loot box because we got to be able to sustain our blah, blah, blah. So, Octopath Traveler.
Yeah. Day one.
Oh, yeah. Be hype.
Can't wait for that quest.
Speaking of quests, let's move on to Dragon Quest XI. Now, I know this table's not very hyped for this game.
I'm pretty hyped for it. I'm not the one that was... The only thing that... Okay, go ahead. Finish your statement.
I feel, in general, we have not played very many Dragon Quest games.
I played 1.
I played 8.
Me too.
Played 8.
Okay, 8 was the one Dragon Quest that we played.
Which I'm pretty sure we all got for, that Final Fantasy 12 demo.
Yeah. Well, it worked.
It did.
Oh, yeah.
And so my question is, because we're just kind of like lukewarm to it, or maybe slightly spicy, what would they need to do at E3 to get you hyped for this game? What would you want to see to be like, wow, now I'm actually really interested?
Honestly, if it were on the Switch, I'd probably get it.
Well, it is. It has a Switch port coming.
Oh, then
we just don't know when. The PS4 version. You will survive. Okay. The PS4 version obviously is already out in Japan.
Oh yeah.
The Switch version was pushed back indefinitely. Oh, actually no, I don't think it even had a release date.
I think it's sometime next year at this point.
Yeah.
I feel.
But it is getting a Switch version. It also has a 3DS version too.
The 3DS version is more like a 8-bit, 16-bit rendition.
Well, no. So the top screen is 3D graphics, of course, way lower poly models and stuff.
Of course.
But the bottom screen is 8-bit, like old school Dragon Quest style. So you have two versions of the game in one.
That's cool.
Which people were saying that might go over to the Switch in some form of way. Yeah. But I think they could pull off obviously a much lower quality PS4 port.
If they could put Doom on the Switch.
And it's on Unreal Engine 4 for Dragon Quest 11. So I definitely see that happening.
Yeah.
Definitely see it happening. So, hey, they might actually show us.
So you're already excited then because it's coming on the Switch.
Yeah.
For me, however, because the only game I played was Dragon Quest 8, and I did look up Dragon Quest 7 when I was going to come out on 3DS, and one thing that really grabbed me when I played the game was the atmosphere. Mm-hmm. And one part of the atmosphere is the incredible music, because honestly, Dragon Quest has really good music, and that was orchestrated for international releases, so we were lucky and got the orchestrated version. Yeah. For the Japanese release of Dragon Quest 11, I was watching some streams when it came out. Wasn't a fan of the MIDI synthesized music. It didn't clash for me, and because I want that kind of atmosphere, I wouldn't get it because I just wouldn't feel the same. And I know that sounds kind of shallow. It's one aspect of an entire package, but it really pushed me away that much. If they somehow come out, which they've already announced it and they said it's not going to have orchestrated music, but if they did, that would be a major okay, now we're talking. Now you really have my interest. Besides that, I think I need to see more of the story. I have no idea what the game is about. None whatsoever. So show me a sweet gameplay trailer and tell us, hey, by the way, guys, you're getting that orchestrated soundtrack. I'd be pretty excited.
So you want it on the Switch.
I'll take it on
the Switch.
Which
is happening.
You want some orchestrated music.
Yeah.
And some story bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story...
I don't know anything of it. I genuinely don't.
My perception of Dragon Quest, and this doesn't mean it's reality, just my perception is it's a relatively simple JRPG. And I don't mean that negatively, but compared to by today's standards, I feel like for me to really get into a JRPG, it's got to have some pretty complex mechanics. Not super complex like Valkyrie Chronicles or something like that,
right?
Which I haven't played.
But I've heard it's super complex.
Yeah, but something more than
the traditional JRPG,
like
attack,
like
magic.
For example, Persona 5. If Persona 5 was only dungeon crawling with the battle mechanics it had, I don't think I would have been as interested. It had all these other mechanics.
The social aspects of it that really...
The social aspects, the different things you had to do that would impact your abilities to go and... Like, I got burned on Ni no Kuni 2. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a bad game, but it was a... It felt like an entry-level JRPG, and my perception is that would be my feeling of Dragon Quest XI. So I would like to see something a little bit more complex.
I think it would do them well to release a demo, because I do remember for Dragon Quest 8, I was feeling similar to you. I thought, well, this battle system is so basic. I mean, it's genuinely an old school RPG.
Menu-driven RPG, which is fine. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
No. Yeah, but when I played it, I didn't beat it, mind you. I put in a good 30-ish hours to it.
To 8?
Yeah. And I genuinely enjoyed what I played. I thought the battle system, though simple, it did get a little bit deeper. It wasn't just that for the entirety of it. Eventually you unlock, I forget what it was called, but to me it looked like my character was turning Super Saiyan. So you would do that for all the characters and then unlock more skills and things like that. So it was still very basic, but it was enjoyable at the time. So this would have to, I don't know, compared to Octopath Traveler, that battle system is traditional, but it has
traditional, but it's got some tweaks.
Yeah,
it's got some complexity to it. So it's not just a hit the button, fight, grind, beat the game.
Yeah,
explore. Like it's got some.
It's definitely got
some strategy to it.
Yeah,
it's
definitely
got some Bravely Default in it.
That it does.
To be honest.
Not to say Dragon Quest XI is in the shadow of some of these other games.
Right, but we'll see, I guess. Speaking of shadows, we need to work on a better set.
No, these are the best transitions. Let us know in the comments below if you like these transitions. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Did you guys play...
I played the first one. I didn't play Rise of the Tomb Raider because it came out exclusively on Xbox for a bit.
For a year.
For 1 year. And then when it came out to PS4, I believe it was $60.
Yeah. It was the 20th anniversary edition, so they had
I don't care. I'm going to wait until it's $20, and then when it hit $20, I forgot about it, and I ended up playing Nier.
And Uncharted 4 had already come out, and we'd already played that, and I was like, okay, I don't need Tomb Raider now.
Yeah.
I was in the same boat.
I've played both.
Did you beat it?
Yeah. I played the first one, on PC. Way back when I got my first graphics card, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then I got the second one I actually played it on Xbox One. Yeah. And then I got the second one on Xbox One. And I played through the entire thing. I wasn't a fan of the story. The story was kind of boring for the most part, but it looked pretty. And it honestly had a really good gameplay loop. I liked it a lot. Even to the point where I would say that I enjoyed the gameplay aspect, solely the gameplay aspect, more so than I did Uncharted 4's. But the story was really, really weak. And going into this, I'm still feeling the same way I saw it. I'm hoping the gameplay is better because if they can improve on the already established gameplay formula, it will be better gameplay. It'll be awesome gameplay. But now it's making me care about these characters because I don't think I'll buy it for $60 at this point. I really don't, So I need to really care about the story. I need to really care what you're trying to do with it, which will be really hard based on how the last game ended, in my opinion. So
I think the thunder was disagreeing with you just a little bit.
I see that. The world was
I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a storm about ready to brew.
We're in Florida, man. It rains all the time.
Welcome to Orlando.
It is not the Sunshine State at all.
I love the first game. I didn't play the second game.
Yeah.
So I want to see something that says you didn't really need to play the second game to understand what's going to happen in this one.
You probably won't, honestly. But the second game really, I mean, you could do worse than play that second game.
Is this supposed to be a darker, grittier Tomb
Raider?
They've
already the creators have already said that Laura is gonna be like a predator compared to before. So there's way more sneaking now.
Okay.
And in the other games, like you could still sneak, especially more so in the second one. But once you were discovered, like you had to fight your way out of that. It was really hard to kind of like go back to sneaking. In this game, they're trying to say, hey, sneak up, take some pot shots, hide again. You'll be able to do that. Like,
oh, cool.
Yeah, so they're trying to really push that she is a hardened predator out to get her prey.
It's not just
cool.
the enemy AI knows that you're there, so you're getting hunted now for the rest of the
fight.
level.
Yeah.
the fight.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
more like Metal Gear Solid, where they're just like, wait, where'd he go?
Yeah, they'll go back to the last place they saw you.
What's this cardboard box?
Man, Metal Gear. But yeah, I don't know.
That sounds awesome.
It's a good.
That sounds cool.
From what I've read, it's definitely taking steps to go, and they're gonna have even areas where there's like NPCs that aren't killing you. So there's like there will be like non-playable character towns and little areas and things like that where you will interact. They want Laura to be part of this more like a more real world than the prior title. So I'm hoping it's good. I like the first two enough to say like I'm interested, but they just gotta really reel me in.
I'd be hyped for a really good gameplay demo.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what they would need to sell me on this.
Definitely.
That'd be cool.
I see this being at the Microsoft conference though.
It'll probably be a couple different places I could see.
Yeah.
Microsoft and then Square Enix will
Probably do something else.
probably show some more stuff again.
Yeah.
Don't have a weird transition for this one.
No.
Well, all I know is that she wants to avenge her father in the story. Speaking of Avengers,
So I really
These are
don't
great.
know how to feel about this game. I mean, you guys know I'm the biggest MCU fan at
Right.
the table.
He's the biggest.
And Spider-Man's going to be great.
Dude, that's gonna be
Insomniac.
awesome.
We don't really know anything about Avengers yet to say one way or the other. There's been rumors and discussions that it's maybe kind of like a Destiny games as a service game. There's been talk about it being like third-person perspective, online multiplayer. Maybe you're playing as like a SHIELD agent. And all these heroes and villains just exist in the world, and you are doing something.
That sounds kind of lame.
it's hard to
Yeah,
think of these
yeah.
ideas though, because when I think of an Avengers game from Square Enix, it's like I don't know what to want. Like
I don't. Yeah,
It could be like Kingdom Hearts 3 in a sense, kind of like an action RPG, or is it it's a Japanese Square Enix developing it, or sort of they're American studios that are making it? Like I actually don't even know who's making this Avengers game, so I don't know what to expect. And I feel like because the universe is already so known and big and popular, that they would have to do something that appeals to the mass.
They will, yeah.
And that's sometimes good, sometimes I don't know.
I mean, Avengers is the big Marvel property right now.
Oh yeah,
totally.
absolutely.
I mean, Spider-Man's going to be big, but Avengers...
No, Avengers is... I mean, it's Avengers.
It's
everyone.
It is.
It'll sell like
that's
hotcakes.
it.
Yeah.
So, whatever idea they've cooked up, like you said, it's got to appeal to the masses. It's got to be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard. Not very many licensed games do well. That's another thing
Yeah.
too. Like it's gotten better in the last decade or so, I'd say, but licensed games don't tend to do that.
What was like the last good licensed game that you remember?
Batman. You guys love it. I don't care for it, but the Arkham games are loved throughout, and that's hella licensed.
Yeah. That's
I
it.
mean,
I feel like there's more.
there probably is, but it's not as.
It's not like
Well, true.
top tier
I mean-
amazingness. So as far as like gameplay and like any mechanics that they would have, I mean, I can definitely see that Shield agent. And when you mentioned that immediately got me thinking of like old school Battlefront, where like you'd be kind of like coming in, not saying that there would be like wars or anything like that, but you're coming in and you're like doing stuff, and all of a sudden Captain America pops up and helps you do this and
I
that,
see what
blah,
you're
blah,
saying.
blah, blah.
Yeah, like they'll be like supportive roles, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
main character
Because
roles.
I can't see a gameplay, because their powers are so diverse and
Yeah.
so different that I can't see how you would have like a Marvel versus Capcom roster where you can kind of like pick and choose.
Yeah, where you play as Thor, and
And,
you're
yeah.
supposed to already be the most powerful being in the stupid freaking game. Like,
Yeah.
you're not
Unless-
going to start Thor as level 1.
Unless it's like
Exactly.
specific events, like or specified moments in the game. Like,
Oh, do you think that it would like play like the storyline of and
that could
you
be
would play
that could be
different
a thing.
characters
Correct.
throughout?
Like and like
Okay.
those fights will be specific to those fights, but then we're talking about just a level game where it's like, here's level 1, you play as Thor. Here's level 2, you play as Iron Man. Here's level 3 until you beat the game.
Yeah.
But that's only single player. We're not even thinking about possible multiplayer, which they're gonna want to do.
I actually hope it's not multiplayer.
They have to have
You
some
don't
sort
want
of
it to
component.
be like an MMO or
They
anything
could,
like that?
if they have like a bolt-on component, that's fine. But just sitting here talking about it, I think a really cool idea for Avengers would be to make it like Mass Effect or Dragon Age.
Okay.
Where you make your character, maybe it's a shield character that gets imbued, maybe you're a mutant or something, and you get imbued with, oh, there you go. So what if you're a mutant? Because who knows what they're going to let them use in this game.
Yeah.
And as this mutant that has been recruited into the Avengers, like you go on this path all around the world, you can go out into the cosmos, and there's just this whole single player story that involves all these different characters and villains, and that would allow you as a mutant, a new mutant, to level up, and it would make sense in the sense of the story, and you could have different abilities, like you growing your mutant, you could shoot webs, or you could shoot fire, or you could shoot ice, or maybe telepathy, like.
I mean, that's really the only way to do it like that.
Like carbon copy Mass Effect, just put a Marvel skin over it and call it Avengers. I don't know. That's probably not what this game is.
Probably not at all. All I keep thinking literally is like, all that keeps coming to mind is the Disney. What was that Disney like Toys to Life
Infinity
thing? That's literally all that keeps coming to mind when I think of the Avengers. I think of like the Disney Avengers toy set and how the levels were designed. I'm just like, I'm not excited for that. But I can't think of anything else for some reason.
I think of Lego Marvel.
Oh my god!
And
yeah.
it's just like I had fun with that, but I don't want to do that again.
No, and I would not be hyped if that were the case. So. For now, let's see what you have to show, Square Enix.
It's a question mark. I don't have high expectations for it. I'm keeping expectations in check. Well, that's why. Like just keep it down.
Do we even have a release window for this?
I don't think so.
Well then,
I don't know.
Show up.
So
give us things. Damn it.
I don't think it's gonna come out anytime soon.
Would you say it's coming out?
The release date's not near.
Damn it! Oh, I was gonna say that, you scumbag! I was genuinely gonna say. You think it's gonna be a Nier? Anyway.
Speaking of Nier, so Nier Automata was our collective game of the year last year.
TGR game of the year.
We know Yoko Taro's working on another game.
Yes.
We know because of the success of Nier Automata that it's very likely they are continuing on with the Nier franchise.
If you haven't played Nier, go play it now.
Nier Automata.
Nier Automata. It is such an existential, like...
Yeah. I mean, if you can get your hands on
I just finished playing it, like, a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
After these guys were like, you have to play it. Go play it. Do yourself a favor. It's it's a masterpiece.
Yoko Taro-san, I love you.
Arigato.
So it's been a year since it's come out. This is probably a dream.
Oh, yeah.
That this would even be referenced at their press conference.
Yeah, this would be a dream, I think. Yeah.
But it's possible.
I mean, it is.
Especially if they reuse assets.
I forget when they revealed Automata. I think it was at Gamescom. Because I remember seeing some German guy freaking out when he saw Yoko Taro. He was like, oh! So, I don't know when
very
that
German,
was.
by the way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I believe it was 2015. It was the year that 7 Remake was
announced. I think it was that same year at
because
Gamescom.
Square Enix had a press conference that year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
You're right.
But it was. I don't think it was at E3. I think it was at Gamescom.
Yeah.
No, they showed it at E3.
They did?
Yep.
Nier? It must have been the very, very first, by the way, Nier's getting made. Here's Automata, whatever.
You see
2B in the middle of a forest.
Yep.
That's what it was. It was the forest reveal.
That was at their conference.
I remember that.
Okay, cool. How did I miss? Anyway, so, yeah, I mean, it's possible they do that. They do, like, a really early reveal where it's like, hey, by the way, in a year and a half, this game might come out, you know?
Yeah.
I would die. I would be so happy if I saw that this year.
So here's major spoiler alert.
Oh,
skip ahead just a few seconds if you don't want to hear this.
If you can mark it, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
I'm too lazy.
Okay.
skip like 30 seconds ahead.
Yes. If they went ahead and did like a prequel using the same assets of what happened with A2 and her unit when they originally came down.
See, but that could have been DLC though. There's a lot to talk about.
Dude, there's so much like content. Oh my god, those Clem's videos blew my mind.
I know.
If you haven't seen them, you gotta see them, dude. He does.
Clem's cool YouTuber.
Yes, you're awesome.
But there's a lot to cover there for sure, and I would love to play it. I just don't know if it'll carry a whole new game, because what he does, like Clem said, it's a lot of like, here's a bunch of new characters, but they're still in the same universe, and they're still in this cycle of repeating. Everything repeats over and over in Drakengard and Nier and all this stuff. So it's like...
Yeah, I have a feeling that if they do another Nier, it's probably not going to use any of the same characters. No, at least not any of the main ones. There could be like some...
Emil was from the first
There could be
Nier,
some cameos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
did you ever finish that side quest?
No, but I want to. I have to. I don't.
So you don't know.
Well, this is a major spoiler. He erased his file. He helped people, which is great. But I was like, no, I can't do that. I'm not that.
That was the only proper way to play that.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did that too.
That's the only way to do it.
Hell no,
dude. It's.
I got the help, and oh my god, when the chorus starts. God.
Okay. So
Nier, play Nier.
I mean, go ahead.
No, I was.
Well, I was gonna do a transition.
So okay, yeah. Okay, so spoiler is over.
And obviously we're hyped for Nier, so be hyped.
Yes, please.
I mean, because we lost our save files, I mean, that was our final chance to
That was
play
our final
fantasy.
Final Fantasy 16, please.
Okay, so
let's just talk about Final Fantasy.
So three more games left on the list. We're gonna start with
a dream.
Yes. I mean, we know at some point, someday, it's coming.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 16.
Oh yeah, that's.
Is it too soon? Is it too late?
Of course it's too soon. 15 isn't even done yet. These friggin' guys milking the crap out of 15.
That really.
Dude, if they show off 16 at E3 and then they have the audacity to say we still have DLC for 2019 for a game that came out in 2016, I'm not gonna be happy. Like, no, finish this stupid 15 already. Get over it.
Well, hang on. So Square Enix,
I know you put money into it, but
Square Enix loves to announce things 12 years in advance.
Oh my god, that's also true. Oh.
So what if they come out and say
I'd be mad about
they drop this crazy cinematic trailer for Final Fantasy 16? Yep. It looks beautiful. We get introduced to the world and the setting and a couple characters. We get that Amano? That artwork with the logo, Final Fantasy 16, but then they don't say what platform it's coming to.
I'd be upset.
Because they're already advertising for next gen.
Oh my god. No, I'd be upset. That would upset me even more than having a release date. Like, they need to not do that. When I saw Kingdom Hearts 3...
Square Enix.
I know. But when I saw Kingdom Hearts 3 5 years ago... I was like, okay, I know it's early, but cool. Maybe in 2 years we'll get this. Maybe in 3. Not 5. Half a decade passed, and I'm still waiting for this damn thing to drop. So, like, no, they can't do that. They cannot. Oh, my God.
I mean, they might.
I know. Honestly, show me some new tech like they did with, what was that one tech demo they did?
Agni's Philosophy.
Yes. Show me that and say, like, hey, by the way, we're considering this for the next Final Fantasy or something. Cool. Be super ambiguous if you really have to do that, but don't.
Because 16 is not coming out this gen.
No way. No way. They can't do that.
Especially with them saying that the PS5 is like
3 years away.
Well, they cycled a little bit back.
Listen, man. I know you wanted before that, but
I do, but I
it's just because your original PS4 is still there. Running.
I really think
because I'm salty.
I know.
Holiday 2019 is the absolute earliest. Like, it won't come out before
next
then.
holiday.
I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying that's the most probable.
Dude, if they drop that, because like Xbox One, that is the Xbox One X, which is a literal
one,
the X.
Okay.
Is like a literal upgrade. Like
it's a big upgrade.
Phenomenal. It's not PS4 to PS4 Pro.
I mean, it's still mid-gen, mind you, but I see what you're saying. It is like substantially.
It's it's a big upgrade. In order to keep that generational, pattern or jump. I don't expect that 2019. 2020 is even pushing it. Like,
so then 16 is probably not happening.
No,
Final Fantasy 16 will
be
probably not happening.
It will
16 will be because the thing is that like with 15, it's like you said, they're just beating a dead horse. They're tweaking it. They're changing it. They're doing all sorts of stuff.
They're trying to get the most money out of that what was it called? Luminous Engine?
Yeah.
Whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Because obviously that was supposed to be gangbusters. It was like this big budget title that they put so much money into for 10 years, and then it's like, we have to start over.
Yep.
And then they released it, and the game wasn't even like that it wasn't developed all the way at the end. Like it was still, it still needed like patches upon patches
Chapter
to fix
13,
it to get it
bro.
running. So
Chapter 13.
I don't know.
It was still a fun game. I loved it.
It was a solid game. Don't get me
The
wrong.
game was awesome, but it was an incomplete game.
absolutely and
That
flawed.
I think that's why he's saltiest the most is because
You wait so long, you restart this thing, and then
Speaking of waiting so long,
Oh
damn
man,
segues.
guys, I'm getting a little emotional just thinking about this. Final Fantasy freaking Tactics. I want to see. Okay, best case scenario, they do a sequel with Ramza and Delita. I guess spoilers, whatever. If not that,
They survive.
If not that, a prequel with the with different characters, either with the 50-year war or with, I know this means nothing to you
Literally
guys,
nothing. I'm trying.
or the stuff that was in the Germanic scriptures talking about Saint Ajora and all the Zodiac Brave Story stuff that happened like previously.
When the Zodiacs.
Or
From Hunter
worst
x Hunter.
case, I'd be okay. I would lose my crap for a port, preferably on the Switch,
Switch.
but PS4 is fine as well.
I actually would tell you,
I
dude,
would.
I might play Tactics.
or even PC. But it's time. They need to bring this franchise back.
You know what? I'll agree with you. As much, I don't have obviously the emotional connection you do. I never played Tactics. I only played the second one on Game Boy Advance. Which
No.
No. You can't. No. Let's be real.
No.
It was a good. I enjoyed the hell out of that game. And after that, I wanted to play Tactics. So you got to thank that game for me wanting to play Tactics. I never got to it, but that's besides the point.
I don't want to poop on the Tactics Advance.
You really shouldn't,
fans,
because people love it and
but
it's a
they
good
were
game.
not Final Fantasy. That was Game of Thrones. Final Fantasy Tactics is literally Game of Thrones.
So I know the story definitely is very different. Is that where you're so emotionally attached? Is it the story or is it the gameplay?
It's the entire package.
Okay, because Tactics Advance improved a lot of the gameplay.
Tactics Advance was about throwing snowballs at kids in wheelchairs.
Oh my
And
god!
I was just like, what
Literally
is this?
the beginning of the game.
Where's my betrayal? Where's my demons
It is
and
edgelord over
church
here.
versus state? Where is all that stuff?
Anyway, Tactics Advance was a fun game, but point is, I do want them to come back to it, not only to see you freaking flip out over here,
I don't know what I would do.
but I think we
don't.
need more
this would
diversity
be
in our
your
games.
Monster Hunter moment.
Oh heck
This would
yeah.
be more than Monster
Oh,
Hunter
heck
for me.
yeah.
This Final Fantasy Tactics is not the best game ever made. I would not put it in the top 10 best games ever made. For me personally,
Why wouldn't
it
you?
is my favorite game of all time.
That should be up there
It
in
will,
the top 10. Screw
but
that.
that doesn't mean it's. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. But there's no game that will ever beat this.
Gotcha. So anyway, look at that. Come on.
Come on.
Come out,
Come
Square
on.
Enix. Make this happen. I want to see this happen.
Square Enix, if this
Okay.
doesn't come out, I'm blaming you,
Square,
not
yeah.
myself or God. That's a reference.
Oh man,
That was a reference to Tactics, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I
boy.
downloaded that game.
I literally own a copy of it on PS1.
I don't. I literally just downloaded it on PS3. I booted it up for maybe 30 minutes, and I was like, "What?"
You couldn't get into it?
No, man.
Oh man.
I could not.
If you loved the soundtrack of 12, it's
Same
the
composer, right?
same.
Well, it's the
Everything
everything
was the same.
Yeah. I enjoyed
Not
12.
everything, but most
I
of
mean,
it.
how would you feel if we were to get a remake of Tactics?
Well, we
A
already
reskin?
did.
Like
War
a
of the-
Oh, that's
War-
right.
That's what I'm saying. So if they port War of the Lions, which was the remake,
But
now
it
if they
was-
do that, it's gotta be fixed because the War of the Lions that came out on PSP and the one that was on cell phones had this stupid ass glitch where when you cast a spell of almost any kind, you hear the sound effect play normally, but the frame rate
Oh, it dropped.
it drops by half. So
Oh.
you hear the sound effect, and then you have to wait for the animation to
Oh.
finish. And it's
Oh,
just
that's weird.
It was just poorly developed.
I forget what happens. You can patch your PSP to fix it, but I don't want to have to do that on my PSP. I have it on Vita, and it's like, well, bleh.
Yeah.
It still sucks on there too.
I don't know.
But
Or-
they added what they did with that game is they added Balthier from Final Fantasy XII.
Oh,
That's
okay.
cool.
Before it was just Cloud from Final Fantasy VII was in it, and they added they added cinematics
Okay.
between levels.
Like story cinematics?
Yeah.
CGI cinematics. I remember that.
Yeah, they were this weird like pastel
Yeah.
sort of artsy drawing thing, and then they redid the entire translation.
Right.
Because the translation in the first game,
Spotty at times.
it was spotty. It had some issues, though. It's charming.
I get that.
Like I'm okay playing the original anyway. God, I get so hyped about this game.
I hear you, man. You know what? It's funny though. Like you mentioned, Cloud being in the tactics, and because in 7, that game also had a spotty translation.
This came out a year later, I believe.
So they both had pretty spotty translations.
Yeah.
But you know what won't have a spotty translation? The 7 remake.
Oh gosh,
Baby, let's go. I'm not that hyped, but let's go. And there's a reason. I'm just gonna say this, and I'll let you guys take over. I enjoyed 7 a lot. I think it's a great game. I know you didn't. I like the materia system a lot.
okay.
And please be in this game.
The materia system?
Oh,
yeah.
it will.
Oh, yeah.
If there's
I
no
think it will.
materia, then it's not Final Fantasy VII.
No.
When I say materia, though, it's like I like the battle system of 7. It was obviously just an active time battle Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
But it was good. That was a good system. It didn't. 7 does not need to be an action game to be modern. Like, and I'm very. That's the one thing that takes me back. Like modern Square Enix, I think they don't know what the hell they're doing. Like they wanted to make 13, right? And they made this kind of action game out of it. Then they wanted to make. Then they had Kingdom Hearts and Nomura doing it, and that's 100% an action RPG.
And it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Like the gameplay elements.
Yeah, the gameplay is good
yeah.
because it fits what they want to do with that series.
Correct.
But then they kind of wanted to do that with 15, with Final Fantasy, and it had that Versus 13, which ended up being 15, and Versus 13 from the earlier gameplay shows.
A lot more like
Kingdom Hearts, like whatever. And then we have this weird hybrid of like slightly turn-based, slightly ATB, slightly active like action game, and it was like a weird like battle system. So it's like, what do you want to do with your game? And all of a sudden 7 Remake looks like Versus 13 again.
Yeah.
So it's like I like that they were doing that for the spin-off of 13 and whatever, but for 7 to have an action battle system, it's not necessary. It's like, I don't know, I like 7's battle system. I like the tactics behind that battle system, because fighting Ultimate Weapon was not easy. Like, and I'm not saying it's going to be easy because you have an active. It's just different. It's just going to feel very different than the original game, in my opinion. So because of that, I feel like I've lost a lot of the hype from the original reveal.
I think I'm super hyped. I've got expectations lowered because I really do not think it will live up to what the zeitgeist wants it to be.
No.
But I still think it's going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be bad. There's going to be salt.
Yeah.
But I think the action is necessary for them to get to what they know, to try and replicate what they did with Advent Children.
And that's terrible. Advent Children was fun to watch, but it was so over the top. Like 7 was not like that.
Well, so they went down. They had Final Fantasy VII turn-based. Advent Children was like, what? I can't remember, but I feel like Kingdom Hearts 2 came out after Advent Children.
Yeah. No.
And those, or right around the same time.
It was around the same time, yeah.
And like those scenes towards the end where you're like in the world that never was, or the world that doesn't exist. I forget what it's called. Very end. And you're like running and all these buildings are flying at you and you're jumping across and splitting them in half. Like that was very much inspired by Advent Children, but that was one small section of the game. It's like they're taking that mechanic. They're like, okay, well, we could do that with Kingdom Hearts. Let's just take the whole Kingdom Hearts wrapper. Now that we're 10 years down the line, plug it in with Final Fantasy VII, and now we can have something that's a little bit more like Advent Children, but not completely Kingdom Hearts replica.
No. But the thing is, like, you didn't even need to do that. You could have your turn-based battles, and then, like, at certain points, here's the QuickTime event, because that's what it is.
That's what the HD port was for.
No, but what I mean is, like, literally take these graphics, this Unreal Engine, and make the game. Like, remake the game.
That's what the HD port was for.
For what? What do you mean?
They said, if you wanted to play Final Fantasy VII as it was before, with not PS1 level resolution, go buy the PS4 port. That's what they were saying.
It's dumb.
That's that. Well,
like, I don't think... What I'm trying to say is I don't think 7 needed this incredible overhaul to the battle system.
I'm excited.
If they took
for
the ideology that Blue Point did with Shadow of the Colossus and just remake it from the ground up with these incredibly looking assets, and maybe add some stuff like those quick time events to the battle system or something, you could do it. Persona 5 has a bunch of really cool moments in there.
So I'm gonna fight you on this.
Fight me.
We're gonna have a battle.
TGR versus.
So what would your vision of that remake even look like then? Because Final Fantasy VII was literally, here's an animated GIF of a background, and you have this sprite that's moving in 3D world space, but it's locked to a certain path. Like, just better resolution looking stuff of that? That's why they're going with this action route, because now it's fully 3D, not open world, but 3D. You can move around in this.
Literally,
Space
it could
that people wanna see
look like
realized.
Final Fantasy XIII's battle system, or not battle system, but it could look like Final Fantasy XIII's battles, where it's in this
and it
open area.
transitions,
Yeah, that's all it really needs. So I mean, transitions aren't even that big of a deal anymore. You know, Persona 5 handles them so well. You know, and it's like that game. I tolerated so much of that because of the style, and with Final Fantasy VII Remake looking the way it does, like they could have gone away with the game being turn-based, literally. But hey, we're getting action.
Well, we're getting action.
Yeah.
So, I get the sense that both of you are just a little sour on this.
No.
What would
So-
it take to get you hyped?
No, I am more hyped for this than the original. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Because the original, I
You have
think
no-
I
you don't
borrowed
care.
it, and I bought it, and like I just both times I like popped it in, and I was just like.
Many years later, though.
It wasn't even many years later, because it was around like the first time that I borrowed it, I played it on my PS2.
Okay.
And like
Okay.
I was like, all right, this is all right. It's not that great, but whatever. And then 12 came out, and I was like,
Okay, so
amazing.
less than 10 years after
So
release.
Yeah.
so like
Damn, they're pumping out games quick. back
yeah,
then.
man. Back then it was
God.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, with Final Fantasy VII Remake, like I was like, okay, it's pretty, but all Square Enix games nowadays are pretty.
Oh, yeah.
They're very polished in that regard. As far as gameplay is concerned, I feel like it's Final Fantasy 15/7 Remake. Like I enjoyed 15 for what it was.
Yeah, you did enjoy it a
in
lot,
comparison. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I played all the extra stuff except
All
for
the
the
hunts,
DLC. Yeah. Did all the hunts, did everything, killed that Adamantoise at the end. Like, it was good times, but Final Fantasy VII, like it for the people that played the original, it's on this pedestal that I don't think this will ever be able to reach, no matter what they do.
No. I mean, you got to understand.
It'll
like,
never happen, dude.
Historically,
because
no.
because
not going
it's
to.
never going to happen. Because even if they go ahead and they do what you're saying, where it's like, oh, this is the same exact system, it's just very polished, very beautiful. Here's some QTE and blah 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 blah. It's never going to hit that pinnacle point for anyone,
No,
because it
absolutely
came out
not.
at such a point. It's like Zelda, Ocarina of Time. It was the first one that was 3D. It was the first one that did so many things. And when you look back at it, have you seen Wolfden's video where he's just like, this sucked?
Yeah.
Like, this is the worst Zelda out there, in my opinion.
He's wild.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Like, in my opinion, Final Fantasy VII is the worst Final Fantasy Final Fantasy in that
3D
gen.
game. Yeah.
In that
Oh,
gen.
in that gen.
PS1.
I was about to say,
In that PS1 era.
That's fair
Yeah.
to-
Like,
that
in my
opinion.
opinion, and I think
That's
you
fair.
and I both
That's
agree,
fair.
9 was like the
Nine is
pinnacle.
a good
Not-
game.
Nine
Dude,
is
a really good
awesome.
game.
Dude, 9 is amazing. But in regards to that, Final Fantasy VII, the remake, like, it has to really not be casual. It has this fine line, because
It's
it
gotta
has to
be
be
hard,
fun
man.
enough.
It's going to be hard.
You think it's going to be extremely difficult? Because
To get you in,
To-
yes.
to get, yeah.
Even not even to get you in, but I think I don't know what Square Enix's goal is with Final Fantasy VII Remake. I know that fans have been very loud about it. They've been a very, I would say, a vocal majority want a 7 remake.
Oh,
But-
yeah, forever.
And that started when we saw that first PS3 tech demo.
Yep.
Yeah.
But back then, I think the idea was I want a remake of 7, just better graphics, same game. You
Yeah.
know? With this, they might alienate some people.
Oh, of course.
And-
They might bring in new people.
They will definitely bring in new people because
That's why I mentioned the casuals earlier, because I
Yeah.
feel like this is going to be the Kingdom Hearts Final Fantasy 15 in a Final Fantasy 7 world.
This is versus 13, except Final Fantasy
I
7.
think this is going to have too much story in it to keep casuals playing through the whole game.
Well, they're fluffing the hell out of it.
I think they're gonna.
If their first news is still the same, if what they said originally is what they're still planning to do with how they're like breaking up Midgar into the first part, the second part is going to be whatever, etc. If they still are going to go with those original plans, then I think they're going to fluff the hell out of 7. And they did it with the 7 like expanded universe. They did Dirge of Servers, and that didn't pan off. They had that Crisis Core, which whatever. And they even had that mobile game. They had the movie. They tried already to expand the universe, and it it made new fans and whatnot. But with 7 Remake, I don't know.
I think this will be a little bit more core gamer than Kingdom Hearts will be.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts,
agree.
It has Disney.
Yeah. It has the appeal for
everyone.
Yeah, because I still remember, dude. I was like, I don't know, 12, 13. I saw it in Inventions and Epcot, and I played it right then and there. And I was like, this is so cool.
I'm hyped. You
are?
On
a scale of like 1 to 10, how hype are you?
A 7.
I'm a 6. Oh my god, this guy.
I've got my expectations in
check.
check.
I know you have for sure.
Like I know I'm not expecting this to be the game to end all games.
No.
I'm not expecting this to eclipse the first game.
It will
but
not,
I am looking forward to experiencing the game.
Like a new vision of the same game.
I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think by having those expectations, depending on the depending on the art style and the cinematography that they end up going with, I think there's going to be quite a few moments in this remake. Mm-hmm. However many games are going to be included in this.
Episodes.
Yeah. That are going to catch people by surprise. Like, they're going to be like, wow, I didn't realize how powerful that was going to be to see it like this.
You mean like the end of disc 1 originally?
No, I'm not talking about
What
that because
happens at
everybody's
the end of disc
expecting
1?
that. But just like little things that the fans just, like
I mean, you can talk about it. It's a
Like the
20
scene
plus
at
year
the
old
church.
game.
I know. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Thanks. That's a great example.
That will look beautiful.
Like
That
when
will look beautiful.
right after the Cloudbuster fight or the Airbuster fight, and you fall into the church, and it's just like, just that one soft little scene.
Yeah.
That might go, oh my gosh, I'm really playing. Final Fantasy VII has evolved to this now. Like, wow.
I mean, I definitely get that. I do want to re-experience the game. I enjoyed 7. Like, I actually really like 7. It's a good game. And I would like to re-experience it too.
I want to see the Turks come out like snapping their fingers every time.
I want to see the freaking the hotel, man. What was it called? The
Bumblebee Inn.
That's all I want to see. I want to see Cloud cross-dressing in HD ass Unreal Engine 4 graphics, baby. That's all I want to see.
We'll see.
I want to be like, look at Cloud, you cutie.
I want to see all of them like put their feet up on the bed and go, I'm gonna chop them off.
Dude, oh my god, Cloud is gonna look like lightning when she cross-dresses.
Because man, that'd be good. That'd be good. He has like a ponytail when he cross-dresses, right?
No, he had. Didn't he have twin tails?
Was it
he
twin
did.
tails?
Yeah,
Yeah.
twin tails. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of something, so we did a big long video here. We probably went way too long.
Yeah.
Looking at this list, if this is if Square Enix showed up with all of these games,
It's good.
how would you feel?
It's good. It's good.
Nier alone.
Yeah, Nier alone is like, yes, please give me
Yes.
more. Anything Yoko
Please.
Taro does. I mean, if I see Yoko Taro's name on it, I'm going to be very happy.
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, a lot of these we already know are coming,
Yeah.
which is cool. Yeah, no, I'd be happy. This would be a really good conference.
Yeah.
I would 100% say that's a great conference. And they're doing a direct style too, aren't they?
Yes.
Square Enix?
Yes, they are. So
Is there a release window for Final Fantasy VII yet?
No.
remake?
No,
nothing.
We haven't seen any new trailers since the PSX.
it's a couple years ago,
I
2
think
or
it's
3
almost.
years ago.
Okay.
Has it really been 3 years?
It's been a long time.
Dang, dude.
I
Need to stop showing stuff.
there were a few games that
Yeah.
we did not put on this list for the sake of time, and we still went pretty long. But I think of all the press conferences this year, I am the most hyped for Square Enix.
Really?
Yeah.
And even if you took Tactics off the list, I think because of the possibilities, and we didn't talk about these and we won't, but for games like Chrono Trigger Revival
Right.
with either a sequel or whatever, there's been talk about Xenogears Remake or something.
That's right.
You know, I can't remember the
Excuse me.
president's name.
The president?
The dude that laughed when.
Oh, isn't it? No, that's not Katase.
I can't.
Yeah.
Internet will correct me or help me out here, but there was a video he was in right around the holidays. I forget what they were promoting. I think it was a Final Fantasy, the collectible card game, and they were asking him, "Hey, you know, this is the last year was the anniversary for Final Fantasy. I think it was the 30th anniversary."
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, is there anything else that you can talk about? You know, we're coming to the end of the year as far as, you know, surprises. And he was like, well, you know, next year, talking about this year, he said, we actually have quite a few Final Fantasy announcements.
I remember that.
We're a little late as far as the anniversary goes, but there are still some things that we want to celebrate. And so please be excited. And so I'm looking forward to multiple Final Fantasy somethings, whether it's Final Fantasy VIII finally getting an HD port on next-gen systems.
That'd be amazing.
I bet this is why I seriously think Tactics has a shot. We're probably going to get more 7 Remake stuff. So, you know, they've been doing stuff with Final Fantasy XIV. They could do a World of Final Fantasy II. They did Dissidia NT. There's just a lot. There's a lot of Final Fantasy that they did. Opera Omnia came out earlier this year on cell phones. So
yeah, I mean, besides Nintendo, Square Enix I think has the largest set of like characters that are beloved by so many people.
Yeah,
and it's mainly from the Final Fantasy series.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, I get it. This is my second most hyped, honestly. Like it's Nintendo.
So Nintendo and
Square Enix, then Sony.
How about you, Rudy?
I'm with him.
Okay.
Like dude, that Switch. Oh,
yeah, I know. It's
so
all
good.
these get Switch ports. Yeah, I'm still waiting for that like sudden like Kingdom Hearts 3. By the way, will be on Switch too. Like, ooh,
that would be amazing.
I'm
but
gonna
I
double dip on
doubt
that bad boy.
Well, let us know what games you guys are hyped for at the Square Enix conference. If there's any games that we missed that we didn't talk about, if there's games that we're apparently not hyped for that you are, let us know. Be sure to check out the Square Enix press conference. Be sure to check out our reactions to it. You're going to get to see us react a little bit later. And check out our other previews for the other conferences. I think at this point, by the time you see this video, all the rest of them will pretty much be up. So check it out, and E3's a-coming.
Yep. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us.
Push that little bell thing, because YouTubers say to do that. So you do it too, guys.
Push the bell.
Be part of the notification squad.
There's only one more day left of summer vacation.
Oh my gosh.
Bye.
Later.
Like what you saw? Check out some of our other videos and be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with our latest content. Thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.